Hey guys, this is the quick update on how my summer semester went. Nothing exciting to share, but I sort of do it every semester. I share how things went and what was good, what wasn't. So this is no different. And as I mentioned before, I took two courses. I took programming in Python, and I also took linear algebra 2. Which was a retake from the class I failed before, but I also had a grade in this class. I had a B from my transfer courses from university that I attended after finishing high school, which was 15 years ago, 16 now. So I had a B, and then since it was so long ago, I thought I would repeat the course, and I retook it in the fall 2018. I failed it, and which was totally my fault. I didn't study for it almost at all. I sort of went with the flow, and I thought I can get at least a C on the material that's covered in class, because I did attend every lecture, but yeah, it wasn't enough for sure. And I sort of shifted my focus to the other classes I had. Yeah, I did well in the other classes, or sort of well, if you can consider B a good grade. But for me, it was at that time, and I failed it. So I retook it now this summer, and sadly, I must say I had to withdraw from the class just the week before it was over for a few reasons. I mean, I did okay in my homework assignments. I did okay on some tests. I did not so good on one of the midterms. We had two, and also we had a scheduled vacation in between, which I couldn't sort of cancel because the kids were waiting for it for the whole year. And we went camping for the week, and while they were playing at the beach, I was watching them and doing my homework and trying to study. But it's still not the kind of studying I was supposed to be doing. Plus, I had another class going on at the same time, so it was a bit tough time wise, and planning was completely off. I had high hopes, and it didn't really go according to my plan. So I figured I wouldn't be stupid this time. I'll just withdraw from the class before I get a C or C plus in it, which is still less than a B. I just didn't want to ruin my GPA further. And then I went to see the student advisor, and it turned out that I can still use my old grade, my old B from the transfer course credit, and just leave it at that. And that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna retake it, and so that's good. But I still reviewed the material. This time around, I was still studying a lot more. I was studying a lot harder. Yeah, but I know it wasn't enough. Anyways, I withdrew from the course before I would be getting a C or C plus in it, basically. And the other class, which is programming in Python, did well. I did really well up until the final. I had an A throughout the whole semester. I did get an A on the midterm. I got like 100% on all the assignments. I was enjoying the course, and I was putting a lot of effort into it. And when the time came to study for the final, I kind of I still had the linear algebra, and so I split my attention, and I was kind of freaking out about the linear algebra and the coming final. And now thinking back, I think that I should have dropped the course much sooner so that I could focus on programming, because I didn't really study a lot for the final. And so I did kind of poorly in the final, which threw off my grade from an A to a B, and I ended up getting a B in the class, which is still okay, but I really hope to get an A. And I was on the right track, but at the end I didn't make the right decisions, and so it didn't go according to the plan. Yeah, so basically now I'm at the point where I have to draw some conclusions, see what still can be changed during the next semester and the next semester, because I can't keep getting those C's and B's anymore. I seriously need to improve my grade. I was talking to the student advisor last week, and also I was talking to one of the professors in our department, who is also our math methods prof. and I took a class with him last semester, and then I'm taking another one now in the fall. And he's also ahead of the undergraduate students in our physics department. He advised to focus on classes where I could be a lot better. Like, let's say, more applied classes are usually result better grades for me. I'm sort of like, it looks like I'm more like an applied person than theoretical. He suggested I should more try to concentrate on the stuff that I'm better at, and try to get my GPA up as much as I can this upcoming third year. And that's what I'm gonna do. Also, I was told by the student advisor that right at that point when I got into the physics major, 4-year major program, and there's a 4-year honors program as well, but it has a little bit different entry requirements for which I don't qualify yet. So for the physics major, I had to had a C plus in a modern physics course, because usually in the freshman year you take a mechanics course, calculus-based mechanics course, and then the next one is a modern physics, which talks all about the waves and hydrogen atom and all that stuff. And I got a C in that class, and this wasn't this wasn't a problem up until 2 years ago, but I happened to be at that time and place and my degree where the switch happened or the change happened, and not all the people in the physics office or like science faculty of science department office were aware of this. So I was allowed to enter 4-year major, but now, um, retrospective, I should have had a C plus to be able to enter it. And so, looking at that, student advisor said that I highly likely would need to retake that class, and it's like a step back to the freshman year. Now in my third year of degree of the undergrad, but yeah, I there's no workaround to it. One of the professors in our department also tried to write an exemption for me for that, not to repeat the course, but Faculty of Science didn't allow that, so I have to take the class. Too bad the class is full by now. By the time that everything came out, I tried to register and there was nothing. Like there were no spots available. So I'm still going to go to the class this semester and trying to get into it and see if in the next 2 weeks some spots open up, and yeah, try my best. Good thing that I was able to get a lab exemption for that, so that's great. I don't have to go to a lab because I got an over 80% in the lab section last time, even though I got overall a C in the course. But honestly, I'm not even upset about the whole situation with retaking that class, because it also happens to be the class that is like you need a grade of B, at least a B in that class, in the modern physics class, to enter an honors program. And this is something I've been thinking about, that I might want to do honors once I bring my GPA up and I can get around this course somehow. But now I have to take it anyways, so I better get at least a B in this, because I really want to keep my options open. Who knows? I might not need it. I might be quite happy with my 4-year major and go and work in the industry somewhere. But if I want to keep the options open for masters afterwards, or getting a better position, better internship, or better, or like overall getting into a research assistant position next summer, I better try to bring my GPA up and try to get into the honors program, because that's where all of the scholarships are. Like so many opportunities open up if you are in that program. I now see clearly where my weaknesses are. I know my study habits absolutely suck. I need to change them. Um, if I ever want to get out of the C/B grade student situation, because I know that there's a saying C's get degrees, but I just don't want to be that kind of student. I need to show something. I need to show my work. I want to be a lot better at what I do. Yeah, so basically, I didn't want to stress out anymore about how fast I'm going. Instead, I just want to focus on my study habits. I got some ideas how to change them up in a way that might be really a game changer for me, because I know I'm capable of doing this. I just need to do it properly. Yeah, so that's it for the semester update, and I will be posting more videos on how I plan to change my study habits, what I'm planning to do, and whether it works or not. I sort of thought that I will try to film more often, regardless whether it's a crappy video or not. As long as it shows the story, it should be fine. Okay guys, this is it for this video. I will be posting soon my study habits and study strategies video or overview of those, of the things that I'm trying to change and how I'm hoping to approach my study situation and improve my GPA. I will be posting that soon, and I also will be posting a lot more on my Instagram account that I just created for that purpose. I don't want to mix the personal and study stuff, so I have now a separate Instagram account that you can check out, where I will be posting a lot more often, things from my day-to-day life as a student, as a mature student. Yeah, things of that nature. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Have an amazing day.